shit was different and it was different fast. And then you got people calling you every day and you got comments on the internet saying you're gonna get a RICO, and you like, I don't even think people know how serious that is.
Oh, I don't think they do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit ain't nothing to play with. That shit ain't nothing to, like, that shit serious.
When we first dropped that video, we genuinely thought we had the story locked down. The nightclub, the confrontation, the shots fired, the NFL player, it all seemed wrapped up. But we were dead wrong. Since that upload, brand new details have surfaced out of nowhere, completely flipping the narrative. We're talking real police paperwork, forensic findings, witness accounts that never touched the evening news. And then came the real shocker. Whispers started circulating about who Kiyan White is truly connected to and what those connections could mean for little baby's future. Let me be clear, this isn't some basic rap beef that spiraled inside a club anymore. This is a full-scale crisis with eyes everywhere. The feds are watching, the NFL is watching, and now the California Bloods are paying attention too. This situation has depth, and every update just makes it messier. If you missed the first video, circle back later. For now, here's the quick rundown, with the new updates woven in, because things escalate fast. February 9th, Super Bowl weekend. San Francisco is buzzing. The 49ers have just played. The Bay Area is on fire with celebrations. Kiyan White, defensive end for the 49ers, decides to host his own private after-party. He reserves the entire downstairs section of Dia Lounge on Mission Street. His event, his guest list, his rules. Now here's where it shifts. Little Baby had just wrapped a performance that Sunday night. After his show, he and his crew head to Dia Lounge too, but they stick to the main public floor. The club is packed, dancers, music blasting, bottles popping, fall party energy. Somewhere in that chaos, someone from Little Baby's entourage decides they want access to the private downstairs section, the one White booked, and that's when everything started falling apart. Little Baby's crew allegedly tried forcing their way into a party they weren't invited to. Kiyan White stepped in, words were exchanged, tension spiked fast. One witness reportedly ran upstairs to grab management before things escalated further, but before they could return, shots rang out downstairs. Some heard 2 shots, others claimed 4. Either way, it was pure chaos. When it settled, Kiyan White was on the ground, hit in the left leg. Police arrived at 4:06 a.m. to a scene that was half celebration, half crime scene. People slipping toward exits. White still alive, but bleeding heavily. That's the version most people heard. But the police report? That's where everything changed. The leaked SFPD report, later covered by The Standard and others, revealed details major outlets barely touched. Investigators found 2 shell casings, not 1, 2. And here's the twist. 1 9mm, 1 .45 caliber. 2 different calibers, 2 different weapons. That means either someone switched guns mid-incident, which is rare, or there were multiple shooters in that tight basement space. Multiple firearms going off around 4 a.m. inside a club. That's next level. Then it gets even stranger. Police recovered an abandoned phone at the scene. Someone dropped it and ran, just left it there in the panic. Think about that. When shots rang out, somebody bolted so fast they forgot their entire digital footprint. Texts, photos, contacts, GPS pings, all sitting there for SFPD's forensic unit. That device alone could unravel everything. If it's tied to anyone connected that night, it's potentially career-ending, freedom-ending. Phones don't forget. Every message becomes evidence, and once federal investigators step in, there's no rewriting that story. Then came the moment that really raised eyebrows. When officers asked Kiyan White who shot him, he said nothing. Not one name, not one hint. He took a bullet, had surgery, recovered, and stayed silent. That silence, it speaks loudly. Now here's the part sports media won't touch carefully. Kiyan White didn't just appear in the NFL overnight. Before the draft, before the Patriots, before the 49ers, he had roots, deep ones, street ties before the stadium lights. Word in certain Bay Area circles suggests White has connections to the California Bloods, specifically Bay Area sets, not LA, and that detail shifts the entire dynamic. Bay Area blood culture isn't random noise. It's structured, strategic, built on codes that don't bend. And that code is simple. You don't cross one of theirs without consequences. The Bay sets operate quietly, but thoroughly. Veterans, networks, long memories. And that's what makes this volatile. White choosing not to speak, that's more than loyalty. That's a signal. From a street lens, silence isn't weakness, it's calculated. It implies the matter may be handled outside official channels. And for those unfamiliar with Bay politics, movements happen quietly there, and they don't forget. Public spotlight doesn't reduce pressure, it increases it. Now zoom out. Lil Baby isn't facing just one issue, he's staring at three. First, the feds. He hasn't been charged, let's be clear, but federal scrutiny doesn't disappear because you rebrand from 4PF to Glass Window. Agencies build patiently. A multi-state shooting, his name appearing in reports, ballistics, a stray phone. That's enough to reopen files. And when federal agents move, it's because they're ready. Second, the NFL. The San Francisco 49ers had a player shot during Super Bowl weekend in their own city. The league protects its image fiercely. Internal reviews are happening. Team security is involved. Ownership-level discussions are likely underway. Watch how the 49ers move quietly in the coming months. Statements, roster decisions, positioning. That'll tell a story. Third, the streets. And this may be the most unpredictable factor. We're not talking lawsuits or PR cleanup. We're talking principle-based responses. And that world doesn't operate on paperwork. Here's the uncomfortable layer. By most accounts, this traces back to the entourage. Lil Baby didn't book the private section. He didn't initiate the clash. It reportedly started when members of his camp assumed access came with proximity to fame. That mentality escalated everything. To be fair, Lil Baby has been trying to pivot. The label shift wasn't random, it looked strategic, slimming his circle, moving smarter. That shows growth. But rebranding alone doesn't erase culture. You can update the logo, trim the team, move differently. But if the mindset around you doesn't change, history repeats itself. When chaos happens, it's your name in headlines, not the entourage's. Out west, chart numbers don't equal respect. Boundaries do. And the deeper issue? It's not just a few reckless decisions. It's an entire mentality inside that circle where the name Lil Baby becomes leverage, used to demand access, push limits, roll deep and expect doors to open. That's not loyalty, that's liability. Until that system resets, not just a roster, the same risks will keep resurfacing. When Lil Baby steps into a room, he's not just showing up as the star, he's carrying the weight of everyone in his crew. One wild move from a single person and it stains the entire brand. You can't control what you won't correct, and that's exactly why things keep slipping. Now zoom out. This isn't happening in a vacuum. If you've been watching Atlanta's rap scene over the past few years, this moment should scream warning signs. Look at Fulton County, the same place that built the YSL RICO case. They turned Young Thug's whole world into evidence. Lyrics, lifestyle, public appearances, it all became a federal blueprint. They pulled multiple people from the same circle and showed how far the system will go when it wants to build a case around a hip-hop network. And guess what? Lil Baby hails from that same ecosystem, same city, same energy, same conversations that got others caught up. His name is floated in those circles for years. Every incident tied to him, police reports, shell cases, witness statements, viral clips, it's another thread in a massive federal web being quietly spun behind the scenes. RICO cases aren't built overnight, they're methodical, piece by piece, over years. Investigators track incidents, map relationships, build timelines, and then, boom, they drop the indictment. Everyone acts surprised, but the signs, always there.
Look at Lil Durk right now. It's the same playbook in action. The feds don't care about your fame, your hits, or your trophies. When they move hard. And here's the cold part. If Lil Baby ever faces charges tied to any of this, the industry won't save him. Labels keep catalogs, contracts protect the company, not the artist. The music still earns, but the person left to fend for themselves. That's the harsh reality no one wants to say out loud. And let's not skip over Keon White. His silence to the police? That's huge. That night, he got shot at his private party by someone tied to an entourage that wasn't even supposed to be there. Surgery, recovery, and when cops asked, "Who shot you?" Nothing, not a word. Sure, maybe he didn't see the shooter, or his lawyers told him to stay quiet, but in his world, silence isn't fear, it's a message. Not a courtroom matter, it's handled on the streets. And the Bay's California Bloods, they already started moving that night, quietly, strategically, with intent. No one knows exactly how it'll hit, but it will. And Lil Baby and his crew better recognize this isn't minor club drama anymore. This could blow at any moment. That night, Lil Baby got lucky, running into someone disciplined enough to keep things out of the headlines. But silence in the streets doesn't mean peace, it means action behind the scenes. And here's the kicker. This isn't just street pressure, it's industry pressure too. Since the shooting, phones have been buzzing, promoters are quiet, venues rethinking security, brands and sponsors pausing deals. When your name is tied to gunfire, the business world moves in silence. Labels add review clauses, sponsors freeze campaigns, event organizers vanish. It's no longer just the streets. Fear alone can collapse a brand. In 2026, being a superstar isn't just hits and followers. It's about keeping your name clean when cameras aren't rolling. Lil Baby's circle radiates that fear right now. Execs are watching. Big artist, big entourage, one bad night, domino effect. Careers end like that. YSL taught them to tighten legal teams. Now anyone even tangentially linked to trouble gets red flagged. Less protection, fewer opportunities, more isolation. And the harshest truth? The music industry only rides with you while you're profitable. Become a liability, ghosted. They'll collect royalties while you clean up the chaos. For Lil Baby, survival isn't just streets, it's the system. Same people who cheered him for being real are now terrified of the reality he came from. Fame loves the street image, not the consequences. If this spirals, Lil Baby isn't just dodging retaliation, he's fighting to keep his career alive while his name becomes risky. Streets and suits both stepping back, that's when loyalty reveals itself. But luck always runs out. Super Bowl in Los Angeles? Countdown's real.
This isn't just Lil Baby's story. It's the cost of living halfway between worlds, fame and the streets. He's a Grammy-winning, chart-topping empire builder, but as long as his crew moves street first while he plays superstar, collisions happen. Nights like February 9th? Not bad luck. They're the natural fallout of two realities clashing. Entourage acts one way, artist projects another. It's a ticking bomb. Something will give. Now stack the fronts closing in. Feds, NFL, California Bloods. Feds move methodically. NFL watches publicly. Bloods act personally. One alone, enough to shake a career. All three, a storm no PR spin can fix. This needs real action. Cutting ties, changing habits, facing truths. Keon White's return? No timetable. Investigation open. No suspects named. Silence doesn't mean nothing. It means resolutions happening behind closed doors. If I were Lil Baby, I wouldn't just ask who to cut. I'd ask what I'm willing to lose. Because if he doesn't decide soon, the world might decide for him. And then, no label, no brand, no apology can fix it. The clock's ticking, pressure's mounting, every move matters. This isn't music anymore, it's survival, reputation, legacy. One wrong step flips everything, and it's all happening live. Every headline, rumor, and silence shapes the next move. So tell me, does this explode bigger or fade quietly? Will Lil Baby's circle clean house, or will history repeat? Drop your thoughts below, and if you missed the first video, watch it now. It all clicks when you see the bigger picture. Like, subscribe, share. It's the truth behind what's really happening. Eyes open, stay safe. The streets don't wait.